For the past 10 years, I have served as the Master of Whispers. I, Manfred Martell, cousin to Arya Martell, the Princess of Sunspear, now sit the small council of King's Landing. I serve Bran Stark, ruler of the Six Kingdoms, as his eyes and ears in a realm at peace. But it is in peace that little birds sing most loudly. They call me the Serpent in the Shadows, but shadows are all that remain. Westeros basks in the sun, oblivious to the chill wind that blows from beyond the wall in time. But Bran the Broken knew, and he trusted only me. Together, we searched for answers, for whispers. Whispers of a coming storm meant to swallow the world, carried on the winds of the narrow sea. Whispers of a darkness older than time. The great other. A threat that even the three-eyed raven's sight could not pierce. He sent me to Essos, following a trail of breadcrumbs. My quest shrouded in secrecy. And it was in Braavos that I learned secrets, monstrous secrets that chilled me to the bone. I returned as quickly as I could manage, eager to tell my king the terrible truth, to seek Bran's guidance, hopeful his wisdom would calm my fears. But he was gone, vanished, leaving behind a council of bewildered souls, and a realm which has no idea it's teetering on the edge of anarchy. They're holding a king's moot in the south, each house scrambling for power, blind to the true danger, the true enemy. But I dare not tell them, just as they dare not tell Sansa the truth about her brother's disappearance. They fear her loyalty to him, the king who saw beyond the veil. But she is the only one I can trust, the only one who might understand, the only one capable of standing against the coming darkness. I would have sent a raven or taken a ship, but the knowledge I bring her is too dangerous, too vital to the future of the realm to rely on the wings or sails of others. But the road to Winterfell is long, and the shadows, they grow longer with each passing day.
Forgive my intrusion, but the night is cold and I am hungry. Might I share your warmth for a while?
The night is indeed cold, and it grows ever colder. Find your own fire elsewhere.
Yours seems to be burning brightly enough for two.
Be on your way, girl, and best not linger. There are wolves in these woods.
Wolves? Really? I haven't seen any.
You wouldn't, would you? Not until it was too late.
You seem troubled. Is something weighing on your mind?
The road is long. A weary traveler's mind wanders, just as yours should be doing. Further on up the road.
Yours wanders north, I'd wager, towards Winterfell.
What do you know of my destination?
Just making an observation.
Observations are a dangerous game, girl. Especially on a night like this.
You have the look of a man with a purpose, the look of King's Landing. The North draws many these days. The Queen's peace is renowned throughout the realm.
Peace. A fragile thing, isn't it? Like a thin layer of ice on a winter pond.
You seem to know a lot about ice for a man who travels with Dornish sand still clinging to his boots.
You have a sharp tongue, girl. Best you keep it sheathed. Fine. Sit. Go ahead and sit. Warm yourself.
Thank you.
And you, girl. What brings you north?
Family. The King's Road takes me to Deepwood Motte, where I'm to treat with the Glovers on behalf of my father.
You're highborn. I take it.
I'm Ellen Manderley, the youngest daughter of Alaric Manderley. He's Wyman of White Harbour's youngest brother.
A Manderley daughter walking the King's Road alone.
My horse went lame a few leagues from here. Foolish beast, took a bad step. Now I'm the one doing the walking.
Unwise. even in times of peace.
Peace makes fools of us all in the end, doesn't it? Makes us forget the dangers that lurk in the shadows.
And what would a girl like you know of shadows?
Perhaps I will tell you, or perhaps it is not my darkness that concerns me. They say the night is dark and full of terrors.
Yes. There are some who do say that. The night has many whispers, and I have learned to listen to them all.
The voice of the night, does it whisper of gathering shadows? Of darkness to the north, storms to the west, betrayals in the east? Tell me, what secrets has the night revealed to you? What brings a man like you to the doorstep of Winterfell? Manfrey Martell.
You know my name?
A girl knows many names.
The North remembers. It remembers the cold that seeps into your bones, the wind that whispers tales of winters past. It remembers the battles fought and lost, the sacrifices made, the blood spilled on the frozen ground, but it also remembers spring, the thaw that melts the ice, the return of life to the land, the promise of a new beginning, and that is what we have built here. A new beginning. Winterfell stands strong. Its walls are rebuilt. Its halls echo with laughter. The harvests are bountiful. The people content. And I, Sansa Stark, Queen in the North, I am finally home. I married a good man, a kind man, a man from the south, Willis Tyrell. A name that once carried the weight of fertile fields and rich coffers. He was Loras's brother and was away from the Reach during the war, only to return and find his family dead at the hands of Cersei, and his legacy handed to Bron, Tyrion's mercenary, Bran's master of coin. The North looked upon our union with suspicion at first, a Stark and a Tyrell binding the North to the Reach, to Highgarden. There were whispers, there always are, whispers of southern influence creeping into our lands, of alliances forged with motives beyond the love of hearth and family. But I learned from the best, from Littlefinger, from Cersei, from Tyrion. I learned how to listen to those whispers without letting them control me. In the first year of our marriage, I faced the doubt of my bannermen, the quiet disapproval of those who feared the South's influence. They all questioned if I, their queen, had compromised the North for the riches and power of the South. They all underestimated me. But 9 years have passed, and those doubts have quieted. And the Manderleys, a proud northern house, once exiled from the Reach before the Targaryen conquest, has prospered, and through them, the North reaps the benefits. Our grain stores are full. Our population swells. And now, even House Karstark and the Umbers trust my judgment unconditionally. My marriage to Willis has built a bridge between the North and South that many thought was impossible. It has given me a political victory, but it also has given me joy. Willis loves me. He truly loves me. And when we stood before our people as the Queen and King in the North, Willis understood what that meant, and his understanding was the most precious gift I have ever been given. There must always be a Stark in Winterfell. It is a promise to the North, and even in death, I will honour it. I had to secure our house's place for generations to come, And Willis understood that. So our children carry the Stark name. Our 5 beautiful children. There's Eddard, my eldest, a boy who carries his grandfather's name with pride. Catelyn, my sweet girl, as clever and compassionate as her namesake. My mischievous twins, Rob and Rickon, always finding trouble, always reminding me of the brothers I lost. And then there's little Lyanna, my youngest, named for an aunt I never knew. A woman whose beauty ignited a war. A woman whose love for a prince from the south shattered a kingdom. Her name is a reminder of the past, of the power that love holds to destroy and to heal. It all seems so long ago now. The battles, the betrayals, the endless winters. Those days in King's Landing. Joffrey's cruelty. Cersei's cold ambition. Littlefinger's whispers weaving a web of deceit. Those horrors, they shaped me, hardened me. They taught me how to play the Game of Thrones. So I did, and I won. And yet, even in the warmth of summer, the shadows of the past still linger. I wake each morning with a knot of unease in my stomach, a fear that claws at the edges of my happiness. Old Nan's stories, they come back to me in my dreams. Tales of the long night, nightmares of white walkers, of the ice that consumes all light. But the Night King is dead, and Bran rules the 6 kingdoms to the south. He is the 3-eyed raven, a protector against the darkness. My realm is safe. The north is safe. I should be at peace, but the dreams remain. Storms, raging, a darkness that swallows the sun, a cold that seeps into my bones, a fear that chills my heart. But why am I afraid? So very afraid. Why can't I escape these shadows? My life is good. My children are healthy. The north is strong. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm broken. Maybe my pain cut deeper than I thought. Maybe it cut down into my very soul. Maybe some wounds never truly heal. There are some scars no one ever sees, scars even I don't acknowledge. Scars left by those who sought to break me. Ramsay, his cruelty still lingers like black ink on my spirit, a sickness I cannot shake. The things he did to me, the pain he reveled in, is that what's seeping into my dreams? As if his presence, his dark presence, even in death, will never truly leave me. And then I think of Bran. He is alone, all alone, so very far away. The lone wolf, the lone raven. I want to be there, with him, to offer him comfort, remind him of his family, of the love that binds us. I want to seek answers, but I know my place is here, in the north, with my children, with my people. I will not repeat my father's mistake. I will not abandon my home. Perhaps I can convince him to visit Winterfell. Let him see the north in all its glory with his own eyes. Let him meet the newest generation of Starks. Yes, I will send for him. My brother needs to come home.
My apologies for interrupting your prayer, Your Grace.
It's all right. I was just finished. What is it?
A visitor seeks your audience, Your Grace. He arrived quietly. From the south.
From the south? Who are they?
Lord Manfrey Martell, the Master of Whispers, to King Bran.
Manfrey Martell. Here. Was he expected? Was I not told?
No, Your Grace. He came in secret.
And you confirmed his identity? It's really him?
Yes, Your Grace. I met him once before in King's Landing. He bears the sigil of House Martell, and his words carry weight. He insists it is a matter of grave importance, and claims he must speak with you immediately, and privately.
Privately? Did he say what he wants?
No, Your Grace. only that it could not wait, and it must be with you alone.
Very well.
Shall I bring him here, to the Godswood?
No, bring him to my chambers, and wait outside. No one else is to enter.
As you command, Your Grace.
Your Grace, Winterfell stands strong, as it always has under your rule. I wish I could bring better news from the south, but the winds carry whispers of chaos.
Chaos, you say? There's always chaos in the south. Speak plainly. Why are you here, Lord Martell?
I wish it were simple, but the truth is far more complicated. King Bran, your brother, he's gone.
Gone? What do you mean he's gone?
Disappeared, Your Grace. Bran has disappeared.
How could the Kingsguard, how could Brienne have allowed this to happen? He is your king, my brother. He must be found.
You misunderstand, Your Grace. He is not merely gone. He has vanished. One moment he was seated on his chair, and the next, poof, gone without a trace.
How could you possibly expect me to believe that?
I wish I could say I saw it myself, but I've only just returned from Essos at His Grace's behest, and the council was in disarray. They've tried to keep it quiet, but the truth will not stay hidden much longer.
And who was it who learned of this truth? Who actually saw my brother disappear?
Lord Tyrion.
Lord Tyrion.
He claims it was sudden, mid-conversation, no warning, no explanation. Bran was simply there, and then he simply wasn't.
And why is it you who has brought me this news and not Tyrion? When did this happen?
41 days ago, Your Grace.
41 days.
Tyrion did not want you to know. No one did. The small council has called for a king's moot, and as we speak, the lords of the great houses are all being gathered.
All the lords, except for me.
The North stands independent. The council believes it was not yet meant for you to know. Only I disagreed.
You said you were sent to Essos by Bran. Why?
I was sent to investigate a rising threat from beyond the seas. Whispers of turmoil, of storms, prophecies of blood. But when I returned, I found a realm in chaos, a missing king, and a missing hand.
A missing hand? You mean Tyrion is gone too?
Yes, Your Grace. He fled the capital on Drogon's back.
Drogon's back? You're telling me Tyrion rode a dragon? That he fled King's Landing on a dragon? You're serious?
Things have changed. Tyrion has changed. The man you knew is long dead. The Red Priests in Essos have begun to worship him, calling him Azor Ahai. They say the signs all point to him. They say fires speak his name, and Tyrion is using it to his advantage.
Tyrion, worshipped by priests? He doesn't even believe in the gods. Why would the Red Priests turn to him?
Because he has Drogon. The dragon follows him. In Essos, there are whispers everywhere. The Red Priests hail him as the prince who was promised. They preach he will bring fire and salvation, and Tyrion has embraced it. They say he's raising an army.
An army? Tyrion's raising an army. Why?
He's seeking the throne, Your Grace. He believes the Iron Throne is his destiny, that he was robbed of it unfairly. He's flown to Essos to gather forces, and with Drogon at his command, you can rest assured he will return with fire and blood to claim what he believes is his.
That doesn't make any sense. Tyrion never wanted the throne. He wanted nothing more than peace.
Peace. Before he learned the truth.
The truth? What truth?
The truth about his birth. About his real father.
Tyrion's father was Tywin Lannister.
There were always rumors that Aerys coveted his mother. And these whispers were proven true enough when the Lord of Light revealed it to his followers in the flames. Tyrion wasn't born of Tywin's blood. He was born of the Mad King.
No, that cannot be. Tywin never would have raised a bastard. He hated the Targaryens.
Indeed. Did you really believe political aspirations alone were enough to embroil the Lannisters in Robert's rebellion? Think, Your Grace. It explains everything. Tywin's hatred of Tyrion, his mismatched features, his dreams of dragons, why Daenerys trusted him, and why Drogon now follows him. They say dragons recognize their own blood, and now Tyrion has embraced his true identity.
Even if that's true, and the old laws were still followed, he's only a bastard. He's not Tyrion Targaryen. He's Tyrion Waters, and he was raised by the Lannisters. He has no claim.
Perhaps not by law, but by fire and blood. The Red Priests don't care about marriage. They care about prophecy. They see him as the one who will bring the world to its knees. With Drogon, with the army he's raising, Tyrion may be the greatest threat the realm has faced in a decade.
And you expect me to believe all of this? That Bran vanished without a trace, and Tyrion has fled, raising an army as some Targaryen bastard with the Red Priests backing him?
You don't have to believe the prophecies, Your Grace. But the facts are there. Bran is gone. Tyrion is gone. And now an entire religion chants his name in Essos. The South is vulnerable, and so is the North. You need to act now, before he brings the fires to your doorstep.
And why tell me all of this? You're a Martell. Your loyalty is to Dawn, and the South, not to me, not to the North.
My loyalty is to my king, the rightful king of the Six Kingdoms. Bran the Broken, your brother. In his absence, his questionable absence, you are the only one I can truly trust. An outsider, his Grace's sister, a Stark of Winterfell.
What is it you're proposing? What would you have me do? What steps would Bran's Master of Whispers have the Queen of the North take to protect the realm?
Think carefully, Your Grace. With Bran gone, the South is a tinderbox. Tyrion will need allies, and he knows everyone's weaknesses. He knows how to exploit their desires. Mark my words, Your Grace. Bronn and Highgarden will side with him, and they will use the Tyrells to manipulate you. You must sever your ties with the Reach. I would have you consolidate your strength, fortify your borders, and rely only on those whose loyalty is unquestioned. The North needs its queen now more than ever. But does the queen need the South?
Turn my back on my husband's family. Abandon the alliances we've forged. You expect me to cut ties with the Reach just because of some whispers from Essos?
It's not whispers, Your Grace. It's war. The South is crumbling. The Red Priests are fanning the flames, and those flames will devour everything. Don't let sentiment cloud your judgment. The Reach will abandon you the moment it suits them, just as they abandoned Highgarden. You need to act now. For your children. For your people. Call your banners and prepare for what's coming. If you don't, the North will burn.
And what do you stand to gain from this? You come to me with warnings, no proof, no evidence, just whispers and fear. You sow chaos, not clarity. So tell me, Manfrey, why have you really come? What do you want?
I want to save you, to save Westeros. Bran trusted me with this task. And now that trust falls to you, the North must be protected.
Trust? You speak of trust, but all you've brought me are lies. Tyrion may have his faults, but never has he been a threat to me. I know manipulation when I see it.
Your Grace, you must believe me. This is the truth.
No. You're telling me what you think will make me act. But I've played the game before, and I've learned from the best. Why are you really here, Manfrey? What do you truly want from me?
I believed you were the key to stopping what's coming. But perhaps I was wrong. Perhaps you're more a part of the problem than the solution. A problem that must be dealt with.
What do you mean by that? How am I the problem?
I had faith you would do the right thing when called upon. Clearly that faith was misplaced.
Sir Aldrich, come in here immediately. I need you. Sir Aldrich.
There's no answer, Your Grace. because I made sure of it. You always were so cautious, but even you can't see everything. You're not your brother.
What did you do?
Only what needed to be done. It's unfortunate, really. Part of the fault is my own. You're simply too clever, Sansa. Far too clever for your own good. And that makes you dangerous. You'll always be a threat to me. But you're still needed. Manfred Martell served his purpose. Now, you will serve yours.
Do you intend to kill me?
I won't just kill you, Sansa. I'll become you. And the North will follow me, just as they always have.
Who are you?
Your face will serve me well. After all, I have always loved it so.
Who are you?
Who do you think?
The North is my home. It always has been. I have given everything to protect it, to ensure its survival. But now, even this fragile peace I fought so hard to secure feels like an illusion. He came to me with whispers of chaos, whispers of betrayal, of a darkness gathering in the south. He came out of loyalty for my brother lost in time. King Bran, vanished without a trace. Tales of Tyrion fleeing on the back of Drogon, riding into a storm of fire and prophecy. A storm he will bring to my kingdom, to my home. The world has always felt so distant to the North, as though we were an island, untouched by the politics of the South. But that is a fantasy that must be shattered. I once thought of Tyrion as an ally, as a friend. But now I wonder, have I misjudged him? Was I too blinded by our past to see the truth? Is he truly seeking the throne, raising armies in Essos? He always swore to protect the realm. What changed? Was it just his name that changed? Or did something deeper shift within him? Was his ambition always there, lurking beneath the surface, waiting to rise high enough that he could claim it? My husband assures me that the Reach stands with the North, that his family will honor our vows. But can I trust them? Can I trust anyone? If Tyrion returns with Drogon, with fire in his eyes and a Targaryen's destiny in his heart, then the North will burn. I cannot let that happen. I will not let that happen. I will not let the North fall. I see the fear in the eyes of my children. They know a darkness is approaching them, but they cannot see it. So they wait, and they watch for it. The darkness coming for us all. They look to me for protection, for guidance. Their mother, their queen. Brienne once told me there is no shame in fear, but there is shame in failing to act. And if Tyrion brings the fire, then I will meet him with ice. The North remembers. It remembers the betrayals, the wars, the blood spilled on our frozen ground. We will not be caught unaware. We will not be pawns in their game again. The North will stand strong. The North will be ready. Winterfell will not fall. And I will not fail my people. Maester, make sure all the ravens are fed. I wish to send word to the Lords of the North by nightfall.
At once, my queen. And what should the message say?
Tell them winter is no longer our only enemy. Tell them I will meet them all in the Great Hall in a fortnight. Tell them there isn't much time.
These are fell tidings indeed. What could possibly be so urgent, Your Grace?
Matters worse than you can possibly imagine. Tell the lords to summon their banners, all of them.
A call to arms? But, Your Grace, the realm is at peace.
Peace is a fleeting illusion, Maester, and the North must be ready for war. Lords of the North. my kin, my blood, my people. We have known suffering, we have known cold, and we have known war. The North remembers, and so do we. You stand before me as the strength of our kingdom, the shield that guards our homes and families. For years we have known peace, years of prosperity, of rebuilding, of raising our children under skies free of war. But peace, my lords, is fragile. Peace is a thin layer of ice on a winter pond, and the cracks are beginning to show. A storm is coming. It comes from the east, born on the back of a dragon. A storm of fire and blood, fueled by ambition, betrayal, and whispers of prophecy. My brother, the ruler of the Six Kingdoms, is gone, vanished without a trace. And now, Tyrion Lannister, the man who once swore to protect the realm, has fled King's Landing. He rides Drogon, Daenerys' dragon, to Essos, seeking power, seeking war. I once called him friend, called him husband, but we have all been deceived, me most of all. The man we thought we knew is lost, and in his place stands a man who listens to the whispers of the false gods. The Red Priests of Essos hail him as their savior, the prince who was promised. They have crowned him their champion, and he has embraced it. He rides within the fires of their prophecy, with Drogon beneath him and an army soon to follow. When he returns, he will not come as the man who fought by our side against the Night King, against Cersei, against Daenerys. He will come as a conqueror. He claims he is the son of the Mad King. He is coming for the South, for the kingdoms that betrayed his family, for the crown he believes was stolen by my brother. But make no mistake, my lords, the North will not be spared. He will bring fire and blood to Westeros, to all of us. We cannot let that happen. I will not let that happen. The alliances we built are fragile, and the South grows restless. We must rely on our own strength. We must be prepared to stand alone. I will not let Tyrion Lannister burn the North to ashes. I will not let him destroy what we have built. I will not fail you. My lords, my people, the whispers of war have already reached our shores. The winds carry the scent of smoke and blood. The shadows are gathering, and the wolves of Winterfell must be ready to fight. I have called you here today not to celebrate the peace, but to prepare for the storm. Summon your banners, gather your men, sharpen your swords. The North will not fall. We will stand strong against this new threat, just as we have stood against every enemy that has ever dared to cross our borders. We are the North. We remember. We will always remember. We will survive. We will endure. And we will fight.